Hey guys, I'm Jeff. I got Milo with me right here. And last video we talked about creating engagement. Today, and we talked a little bit about introducing him to Go Place, where we overcame his first real obstacle with me. And good job, I'm sorry for stepping on you, I didn't mean to. And we basically covered how to start a relationship. Today, I want to go over some review, and I kind of want to go over the tools, right? And what the tools are, understanding what the tools are. Like, I'm teaching the dogs about the tools, and I want to teach you guys about the tools, because when you watch these videos, it's going to be super important that you understand how I'm using the tools that are available to me. So what are the tools? The tools I'm utilizing in the training right now. The tools are my voice, in which I use marker words, release words, commands, and I'm also using my voice to praise and give negative feedback, right? So my voice is one of the most primary tools. Then the next tool is my leash and the food, okay? And he's really food driven, so food, pets, play, anything to help me show the dog that was a positive thing, right? And my leash, a lot of people use the leash wrong. They use the leash to anchor themselves to the dog, and the dogs always just do whatever they want without any regard to the leash, right? So I think the food part is pretty self-explanatory, and I'm gonna show you how I use it. You kind of already seen it. Come here. Good job, buddy. That's a good boy. So the leash is going to be something that I use today a lot more, and I'm going to kind of go over how we're doing that and what that all is about and all that stuff with Mr. Milo. Now, before we get into all that, the voice, the leash, and the food, I want to just give you a little update. He's doing really great. He's enjoying himself with all of us here. All the trainers like him, and he likes them. He really hasn't shown us any sort of anything to make us feel like we're in danger, so we're really comfortable with him right now, although we're aware of what could happen, right? So right now, my assessment so far of him is that he's got a lot of energy, a lot of anxiety, a lot of nervous energy, really. And essentially, nobody has kind of helped teach him, or he hasn't learned how to process and how to deal with himself and how to deal with his emotions, right? So he feels a way and he acts out immediately in that way. So I took a little video for you guys earlier about how I'm having a hard time brushing him, and I have a feeling this is how he is with everybody that he's that tries to brush him, right? So as soon as he sees the brush, he wants to run away, and if you try to hold on to him, he fights you on it. If you put the brush on his skin, he goes, ah, like you're killing him. And so what I see is, I know he has a little bit of nervousness that's inherent, but somebody has to teach him how to process all that and how to deal with all that, and that you don't need to freak out and bug out, and that freaking out and bugging out isn't actually going to get you what you want. And in those situations, he's getting what he wants using that tactic, basically. So we dealt with it a little bit on that last video where you saw me try to get him on the place bed, and he was like, I don't know, I gotta get on it, I don't know what it is. But then he gets up on it and he finds a lot of success doing something. Then all of a sudden, you can't stop him from doing it because he's enjoying himself, And so that's kind of what I'm seeing in him. Is he is helpable, he's moldable, and all these little things that you guys were all these big things that you guys are encountering will show up in little ways, and then they evolve into these big dramatic things. So we're gonna train a little bit right now, and I'm gonna kind of show you to go back to, okay, that was my update. We'll go back to training stuff. I'm gonna do some training. As I train, be aware, try to listen and look for how I'm using my voice, how I'm using my leash, and how I'm marking and giving him the food and things like that. These are all little things that are gonna help us build bigger behaviors, okay? And already, if you can tell, there's this relationship that him and I have, and the trainers have developed with him, and he really trusts us, and he's allowing himself to relax a little bit more so we can dive deeper into better things, complicated things. Okay, buddy, come here, good boy. All right. So again, first things first. When I say Milo, I would love for him to respond and look at me. Milo. Yes. Oh, that's awesome. Once I give the command, which is his name, and that's to look at me. He can choose to look at me from over there or come over and sit down and look at me. Okay, the okay is a release. It's a dismissal, right? So I dismissed him by saying okay right there. He knows he should wait for that dismissal. And it's not perfect right now, but again, the idea is getting planted. Milo. And typically I don't like to start with any food in my hand. I want the dog to respond. And if you guys are wondering why he's picking at his neck right here, he's wearing a prong collar right now. This is his first time wearing the prong collar. He's getting used to it. So this is something, again, anything that he has an opinion on, he's gonna, do his thing on. So it's okay. He's like, he's gonna get used to that. Anyways, Milo. I'm looking for eye contact. Yes. Once I get the eye contact, I say the word yes, which lets him know, okay, he's done the right thing, and then I produce the food. So then he understands that in order to see the food, get to the food, he must go through me and my eyes. And that's gonna be something that is really important to wean him off of the food. Okay, let's go do something more complicated. Milo, go place. Wow, what a guy. Negative marker, Good boy. Go place. That's a good place. We're waiting, we want to build duration today. Good place. Super good. I'm using my voice to reassure him. I'm not saying the magic YES word because that's a marker word to let him know it's done. Yes. There you go. The task is complete. I like what you did. Okay, you got your reward and now I can dismiss you. Wow, dude. That was awesome. Super. Ready? Milo, go place. Leash help. Voice marker. Good place. And every time I tell a dog no, and you're going to see this in every video and every time any mistakes happen. Anytime a mistake happens, I want to show the dog, what's wrong? And then I want to help him become right again. There it is. That's a good right. Good place. That's a good boy. So whenever I'm giving him yes, whenever I'm giving him negative information, I'm always going to help him become right again. So it's never just like me berating him or yelling at him or punishing him. It's like, that's wrong, but go over here so you could be right, so I can give you some positive stuff. Okay, wow, good job, Milo. Good boy. That's awesome. That was good, huh? You did so good there. Come here, bub. Let's go, ready? Milo, go place. Nice place. Look at you, good boy. Good place, dude. Super. A little bit of silence to break it all up. Yes. Good job, buddy. Good job. Okay. Nice work, sir. All right. So it's a simple thing, but this is going to be a really critical thing going forward, right? So any interaction I want, anytime I want to give him a command, this is kind of like the gist of how it's all going to go down, right? It could be Milo come, it could be Milo sit, it could be Milo down, it could be Milo go place or stay or whatever, but it always will start with getting the dog's attention, right? If the dog isn't paying attention to you, then how can you give him a command, right? If you say his name and you don't get a, huh, what's up? It doesn't matter what you're going to say next because he won't hear you. So this is why I want to show you this in this video. That way the format, you guys understand the format and how I'm working and how he's learning. It's a good boy. Super. Good job. Yes. And then you guys can kind of like follow through with every video as I'm doing it. Milo, come. Yes. Good boy. Milo, sit. Good sit. Down. Yes. Good down. Okay. Milo, go place. That a guy. And as I teach you guys the tools, you see how I'm using my tools to teach him new stuff. He's learning today, like patience is a good thing. Like just holding still, regardless of what's going on, just be calm, hold still. There's something in it for him. Yes. Good job. All right. Place. And this is what is going to be the core to it all. But no matter what we encounter in life, we're going to always use our tools to gain the upper hand, all right? I can't always practice for every scenario that he's ever going to encounter, but if I can teach you guys how I solve or how I navigate scenarios, how I use what I'm training the dog to overcome the problems, you guys can also be successful. Okay, that's a good boy, dude. That's a good boy. Yes, this is your favorite move, I know. All right. Okay, so in summary, well, I think I'm going a little long, but in summary, we talked about the tools today, how I'm using my voice, the leash, and the food to kind of build behaviors. Now, this coming, the next couple of days, we're gonna be increasing our duration, the distance, and we're gonna start adding some distractions. And as he overcomes through all these things, the more he overcomes with me together, the more he's gonna trust the process with me. And eventually, this will lead to me being able to handle him much, much more easier without having him do all his weird things, right? Okay, guys, I'm gonna shut up and I'll wait for any questions you guys may have. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks.